We get to see many Warhammer 40k battles on video, but we rarely get to see who wins the war. The games themselves are called battle reports. They are snapshots of much larger conflicts. On one battle, my 2,000 points of Space Marines might be busy slaughtering Eldar, but in the distance, Titan war horns are blaring, and up in space, mighty battleships are breaking, falling from the sky. In 27 minutes, we will get to see who wins the war. It takes place at Hannah's farm, a gateway world to the Ferrus System Orpheus sector. An Waaagh has descended on the system, led by an unstoppable beast called Howling Mad Murphy. If the gateway world of Hannah's farm falls, then the system falls. The lives of billions of Imperial citizens hang in the balance. Lord Inquisitor Braxton has taken command of the system defences. With him are the Scopum, Space Marine chapter, and the Deathwatch. Wars can be won or lost by a single heroic action or by grinding attrition, but this war, the war for Hannah's farm, will be won or lost in the next 27 minutes. Welcome to the channel. This campaign takes place across multiple different battle grids at the same time. The same 27 minutes. This battle grid is 12-0 amber. And on this battle grid, a Deathwatch company have been sent to stop a Speed Freak advance. Now, before we begin, I must announce that this campaign will be exclusive to deploymentzone.tv. But this first battle report will also appear on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see how the story ends, then join us in the deployment zone at www.deploymentzone.tv. To all of you watching this on DZTV, you are legend. I cannot thank you enough. On behalf of Howling Mad Murphy, I'll be in charge of the Orc Horde throughout this campaign. Now, in the battle for 12-0 amber, Howling Mad Murphy is not with us today, but the Speed Freaks are. And joining me throughout the campaign and Lord General of the Imperial Forces is Mr. A.P. Byrne. Say hi, Mr. A.P. Byrne.
Hi, Mr. A.P. Byrne.
So, would you like to tell us a little bit about the Imperial Forces and their response to the Orc attack?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, 2 weeks ago, an Orc Waaagh assaulted the planet of Hannah's farm and have made serious inroads into the Planetary Defence Force defences. They have dug in places, and the Imperial Guard have had some minor successes. However, it's finely poised, and Lord Inquisitor Matthias Braxton has arrived in system 24 hours ago with a mixed force of Deathwatch and the Scopum Space Marines to take control of the situation. So the Angels of Death have landed and had some major successes over the Orcs.
They are Space Marines.
Yes, cutting through them with mass reactive rounds tends to be quite effective against fungi.
Yeah.
And now the Deathwatch are being dispatched to try and find the elusive war boss that is in control of the Orc Waaagh.
And in the next 27 minutes, the fate of Hannah's farm will be decided. The Iron Ridgeway is an imposing natural barrier running 100 miles north to south across the surface of Hannah's farm, and the battle grid 12-0 amber marks the only natural break in the pass. There is a speed war racing towards this towards this passageway, and a Deathwatch company have been dispatched to repel them. So we are playing a bespoke mission. There is a spearhead deployment. The Orcs are on this side, the Deathwatch are on that side, and there are two objectives to take. There is also First Strike, slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker. Linebreaker makes sense because if the Orcs get through the other side and smash apart the Imperial forces, well, that's where they want to get to. And if the Deathwatch manage to overwhelm them and come charging towards the Orc forces, well, they'll get to tickle their soft underbelly. So this is a 1,500 point match play game, two objectives in the center of the table. And the way this is going to work is we're going to roll off to see who deploys their army first, and then the person will get to counter deploy and choose to seize the initiative or not. Have we got that, Mr. A.P. Byrne?
Just about.
Okay, so let's take a look at these armies. Right, this is 1,550 points worth of Deathwatch. We needed it to be 50 points over because we need it to fit the narrative. It's a single battalion. Deathwatch, of course, are Space Marines, so they have bolted discipline, they have shock assault, and they have got special issue ammunition. The other thing that Deathwatch do is they have mission tactics. They can select a Type A slot in the opponent's army and re-roll wound rolls of 1 against them. Which one are you picking, sir?
We're going for Dominatus, which targets the elites.
Okay, so my elites, you'll be re-rolling wound rolls of 1. Who's the Warlord? What are we looking at?
We've got Terminator Captain, and he is Watch Captain Zephariel from the Dark Angels.
Nice.
He's the only difference is I've given him the Dark Angels mace there, but we're running that as a Thunderhammer.
Nice.
Rules-wise. And his second in command is Olaf Orcsbane, who is a rune priest from the Space Wolves.
Orcsbane.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing then.
He's the man for the job.
A rune priest has been sequestered into the Deathwatch. I love it.
And obviously we've got a Dark Angel and a Space Wolf in command. They don't get on, but they have a grudging respect for each other.
Nice. Okay, and then in each of the lists we can see that there's a unit, 3 units of company veterans. And the way it works in the Deathwatch is if there is a bike in it, the unit can still fall back and shoot. And as you see, there's we're going to go with what you see is what you get. So everything in this squad they've got. So Stormbolters, shields, frag cannon. There are no watch veterans. There are no sergeants in each of these squads.
Yeah, they're 100% made up of veterans. You don't need a sergeant in a squad of veterans.
Cool. So there's this squad here. This squad here, again, a couple of storm shields, frag cannon, hammer, and the bike so it can fall back. And those 2 will be going in the corvuses. And then this squad will be deep striking in, which is a stratagem. So you've spent one of your command points already, right?
Correct.
So they'll be teleporting in. The Vanguard dropping in from high above, a Thunderhawk zipping overhead. And the Terminators will be teleporting in as well. So we've got Corvus and your HQs will be teleporting in. So we've got multiple units teleporting in to the Iron Ridge, the gateway in the Iron Ridge, and some flashing forward in the Corvus Black Stars. I love it. 1 minute, Warlord trait and relic.
Yeah, he's going to have the Watch Eternal as his trait, which basically is D6 each time a Deathwatch unit within 6 inches uses its last wound. Basically a 6-up, feel no pain.
Okay.
And his relic will be the Tome of Ectoclades, which gives him an additional mission tactic that we can bring into play depending on the situation, but it is within I think 6 inches of him.
Cool. So yeah, everyone's going to be re-rolling wound rolls of 1 versus elites, and then he can nominate, say, troops, for example, and everyone within 6 inches of him can re-roll wound rolls of 1 versus troops.
Yes, and I can pick whichever one I want. So
nice.
At the start of each of your turns, cool. Pick up a secondary mission tactic.
So he shouts out, not them fellas, shoot those fellas instead. I like it. Let's go and have a look at the orcs. This is 1,550 points worth of orcs, and this chunk of Murphy's Waaagh is made up of Evil Sons. And Evil Sons add 1 to the move characteristics, and adding 2 to that if the model is a speed freak, which will be the Death Killer, Wartrike, and the Bikers. And they add 1 to their advance and charge rolls made for them. In addition, when they move and advance, their assault weapons don't suffer the -1 to hit modifier. So this force is flashing forward towards the gateway in the Iron Ridge. We have 4 units of troops in trucks, and then the Speed Waaagh with the 2 booster blaster shock jump dragster. This is a unit of 8 Nob war bikers. They've all got, there's 2 power claws, the rest are big choppers. There's a unit of shooter boys, they're 12 man strong. 2 units of slugger chopper boys, and all of the boss knobs have got big choppers. And the warlord, the HQ for my army, is this war boss on a Death Killer Wartrike, and his name is Ugh. And I've given him the Warlord trait, Might is Right, for extra attack and extra strength. And he's also got a super cyborg body, bits of metal stitched into his bones underneath his flesh there. The doc did him a proper job. He is more machine than orc. And he's brought a big mech with him with a custom force field. And he's not entirely stupid for an orc. He realises he needs some Dakar around, plus he likes the sound of loud things going bang. So in one of the trucks is a full squad of 10 looters. So a fast, rapid force moving forward to mind the gap will meet an unstoppable object, the Deathwatch, coming in the opposite direction. And so the war for Hannah's Farm has been raging for a couple of weeks. The Imperial Guard regiments and local PDF garrisons have been pushed to the back foot. But 24 hours ago, Lord Inquisitor Braxton arrived with multiple Deathwatch kill teams and the Scopum Space Marine chapter. So the 27 minutes campaign begins. We're going to fight across multiple battle grids at the same time. These missions occur simultaneously. And the fate of Hannah's Farm hangs by a thread. And in this mission, 1,550-point match play game between Deathwatch and Speed Freak Orcs. 2 objectives to take in the middle of the table. First strike, slay the Warlord, Linebreaker. 2 of your squads inside there.
Indeed.
And then we have Teleport Home has been fired down from the sky from passing Thunderhawk gunships and jumping out the back of Thunderhawk gunship as well. There's some Vanguard veterans busily making their way down through the clouds. We're going to have teleporting in elites, teleporting in veterans as well as your HQ characters. And currently you have first turn if you choose to take first turn. Do you want first turn or do you want me to take first turn? Because what do you think?
I really want first turn.
You really want first
Please.
turn. Slugger Chopper Boys, Shooter Boys. The Looters are in here with the big mech with the custom force field, so that's got a 5-up and vulnerable save. And there are my Speed Freaks taking up the Waaagh. Waaagh? Taking up the rear.
You're just all about the Waaagh.
It's all about the Waaagh. It's all about breaking through the Iron Ridgeway and sweeping around and destroying the puny humans. So you want first turn?
I do.
I'm going to try and steal from you.
Bring it on.
Okay. Nope, it's Deathwatch turn 1. End of turn 1 movement for the Deathwatch, very simple. Only 2 models on the table. The 2 Corvus Black Stars hurtle straight through the skies and they are hovering. Well, they're not hovering, they're screaming overhead and you're right on the 2 objectives there. That's interesting as well because I can't move within an inch of those models. So I actually can't get to the other side of the Iron Ridge. For now, they've both got rockets on, not missiles, or missiles, not rockets. What did you say just then?
Rockets, not missiles.
Rockets, not missiles.
Points is a thing.
Points is a thing. So this one is firing all the guns at the one with the looters.
Everything in there. Let's crack it open, and then if I do crack it open, the other one can perhaps whittle some down. But we'll see.
Okay, I'd crack it open. I should Coco. What are we firing first, sir?
Assault cannons.
Right. For some strange reason, Corvus Black Stars suffered the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons. They should have Power of the Machine Spirit or something. I don't know. Anyway, 12 assault cannon shots coming in hot, hitting on 4s. 7 hits, strength 6 versus toughness 6, winning on 4s.
That is pretty good.
That is a pretty good opening salvo. AP -1, so I need a chunk of 5s. I get 1. You take 5 wounds off it already. It's got 5 left. Hurricane Bolter hitting on 3s, not rapid firing. You're at half range and wounding on 5s. That's 3 4-up saves. It's got 2 left.
Excellent.
Last shot. Now there's a missile coming in. What's it called?
Corvid Warhead.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's heavy D6 shots. 3.
Okay. 4s to hit.
Dice
There's
my
the
hand.
dice. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I needed 1 less. So 4s. 2 hits.
Right. Strength.
6.
Toughness 6. 1 wound. AP minus?
1.
AP -1. 5-up. And make the save. Corvus Alpha has unloaded, spent its munitions, bombarding this truck here. It's got 2 wounds left. So Beta is going to put a missile and the Hurricane Bolters into the truck.
Yeah.
Where's the assault cannon going?
The assault cannon's going into the bikes.
Oh, right. Okay. Sounds like a plan. So the missile heavy version again?
Yeah, the Corvid one. D6 shots.
Okay.
For 4.
4 shots, right. So 4s to hit because it's heavy. 2
2
hits.
hits.
4s to wound?
2 wounds.
Is that 2 wounds?
Yeah.
So I need 2 5s, right?
You do indeed.
I fail them both. Ramshackle wouldn't even help me here because that is a minimum 1 damage each. So the truck blows up on a 6.
There we go.
Oh no. Come on, boy. Right, so a rule that we've just made up for the 27 minutes campaign is we're going to let the dice tell the story. So we're not going to do command point rerolls, and it makes you happy.
It makes me very happy.
Let the dice tell the story. So it does blow up, and everything within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. It won't kill these trucks, but let's see if it hurts a bike, because they have 3 wounds each. No, it won't kill a biker either. Because these are not war bikers. 1 wound left, and you can see the wound counters counting down on the other trucks. The looters disembark. That's the word I was looking for. And the mech gun. On ones, mech gun, big mech. On ones I lose models. I lose 2 models. 2 looters. Next up, I'm spending a CP on loot it. I can loot a vehicle that's just been ruined and hammer bits of metal to me to improve my armor save by 1. And you can do it from a vehicle that you were inside. It's in the FAQ. So they're picking up scraps of that truck and hammering it to... Do you like that?
I do. I can picture them blowing on it to cool it down.
And they're looters. And so when you do it to a squad of looters on a 4 up, you get the CP back. So they've got +1 to their armor save and it didn't cost me a command point. Awesome. At least a silver lining there. But we're not done. We've got 12 assault cannon shots coming into this unit of knob bikers hitting on 4s. And this is strength 6, I'm toughness 5. So you are wounding on 3s and it's AP -1. So this could sting. Not with rolling like that one. 3 wounds.
3 wounds and -1. That's
so
loads.
3 5s. I make 1 of them. You do kill a biker and 1 goes down to 1 wound. So that's my boss knob. So that's the end of your shooting phase.
That is everything.
Their leadership 7, I lost 2. And 2 + 5 is 7. No more looters run. That is the end of Deathwatch, turn 1. Here we are after the Orcs movement phase. The Deathwatch have scored first strike. I need to get first strike as well. The looters have spread out a little bit. They've got a good commanding field of fire. I think they're going to stay there for the whole game. And Ugh has commanded his speed freaks to come this way after this floaty one. And told the boys to go this way after that floaty one. The big mech ran forward, and so those trucks have all got a 5 up and vulnerable save right now, which is pretty good. I'm going to spend a command point on more DACA on these guys here, on the looters. So their DACA rule kicks on a 5, not a 6. And they have D3 shots each for 1 shot, so no command point reroll. I was going to command point reroll that, but I've already spent 2 command. So they have 8 shots. These will explode on 5s now. And I get 3 shots in, which gives me 3 more DACA as I fill the sky with lead. 4 shots. Strength 7, toughness 7 on the Corvus?
Yep.
Okay. 2 get through at -1, but 2 damage each, sir. And it takes 4 wounds.
It does indeed.
Black Stars start off with 14. It's got 10 left. Now the shooters are going to fire up into the squad. I've got 11 guys, 2 shots each, 22 shots hitting on 6s, and 6s explode. Mr. AP Byrne.
Yeah.
I got 7 6s.
It's good that.
It's good, isn't it? Gives me 7 more shots. And then a converted 1. 8 hits, but I am only strength 4. I got 5 through AP dash. 5 threat saves. And I tickle 2 more wounds off of it. It's down to 8 left. And then there is a big shooter in the squad of shooters. 6s. He just fires wildly in the general direction, but he likes the noise it makes. Right, there is a big shooter on the truck, big shooter on the truck, big shooter on the truck. Let's do them all together at the same target. If you don't mind, is that okay?
Of course it is.
6s. I've got 3 6s. 3 6s. Big shooters are strength 5, so I'm still wounding you on 5s, which generate more hits. Those are the DACAs. 2 more. 2 more wounds on your Black Star.
Here we go. I can re-roll that because of the Halo launcher.
Okay, right.
Fine.
So that's popping flares.
Yep.
And they're shooting at the sparkly bits behind it rather than at the
shiny.
body. Yeah. Then I've got 9 sluggers and 9 sluggers firing up. And I did 2 wounds. And you can re-roll the 1.
Thank God.
Okay, firing at more sparkly bits. That's all the shots from here. How many wounds has it got left, that Corvus?
It's got 7 now.
7?
Yeah.
Didn't take it down. Let's see if the speed freaks can do any better. Because the DACA guns on each of these bikes are 4 shots each. So that's... I can't count that high without taking my socks off. And when I said 4 shots each, I meant 6 shots each. They all have 2 DACA guns. And DACA guns are assault 3. 6 shots each. That's... I definitely can't count that high.
Many.
After rolling the hit and DACA, I did 9 hits, which wound on 5s. And 2, just 2 wounds. 2 3 up saves. And I tickle it, I scratch the paintwork. Death Killer Wartrike, Ugh, fired up with his Snagger Claw. It is an assault weapon. He missed, which is probably a good idea, because imagine him getting that claw snagged onto that thing and it flies off, dragging him screaming off of his chopper there. He'd probably be an unhappy boy. 6 twin boomstick shots, which you add 1 to hit rolls at half range. So instead of 5s to hit with orcs, it hits on 4s back to 5s because you're flying. I hit twice. I will wound you on 5s again. I wound twice. 2 more 3-up saves. No, that doesn't tickle it. And then the burner jet. I don't know how this is hitting you, but there's a flame. Maybe he's doing a wheelie and you're flying low because you're coming to drop.
We are low flying.
Yeah, and it's sucking these flames in through its exhaust vents for 6 auto hits. 5s?
Oh, what?
It's like a heavy flamer. Those are 4 wounds at AP -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 goes through.
Okay. So I've scratched the paintwork and burnt it a little bit. Now the 2 custom booster blasters are going to fire it. We're going to do it at the same time. These guns on the top are rivet cannons and they're assault 6. So they have 6 shots each. So this will be 12 shots, but I need 6s because you're flying. And I get 3 6s, which in turn generates 3 more shots. 3 6s. This is strength 7.
Okay.
These are big rivets, heavy rivets. And 1 wound at AP -2 damage.
Okay. 5 up. Doesn't go through.
Rivet just goes straight through the hull. Right, now we're on to the big guns that never tire. The shock jump dragster fires a rocket corkscrewing into the air, which hits and in daka. So yeah, a second one strapped to the one of them hits. It's strength 8. Doesn't wound. And there is a shock rifle with a targeting squig. The targeting squid hits on a 3s because squigs can hit better than orcs because they have bigger brains.
Works for me.
So instead of a 3, this is a 4. And 1s do wounds to myself. So it suffers a mortal wound. But that one hits. A modified hit roll of 6. Daka. 2 of them hit. Doesn't generate any more hits. Strength 8. Toughness 7. 1 wound at AP -3.
Okay. 6 up.
Oh, and you make the save because that would have done D6 damage. The Big Meg fired his custom shooter up and I've run out of gun. This one's on 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
And this one's on?
That one's on 10.
You know, this one, I'm sure it was dead because the amount of firepower arrayed against you, I thought I could definitely tear one of these down and get first strike, but...
It's got the better pilot now.
Has he?
Yeah.
Dodging left, dodging right. There was a wall of just metal coming up and flame coming up towards him as he hit that pass. And he just flew corkscrewing through it. So at the end of turn 1, you have first strike and I don't have first strike. So you're currently in the lead. And in a game with just 2 objectives, that could be the difference between winning and losing.
Yep. I think that's it's a good start. Good start.
So let's go on to Deathwatch turn 2 and see if they can defend the Iron Ridge. Here we are after the Deathwatch's movement phase in turn 2. The Corvus Black Stars flying crisscross through the sky after depositing their cargo on the ground. This one flew over from there and this squad jumped out of the back, and appearing in a flash behind him are another squad of veterans. And this Corvus flew across from the right after depositing its cargo, and there are Terminators and your HQs standing in the gap behind. What's going on over here, Mr. AP Bone? Why are your Terminators and your HQs here?
Well, my watch captain here is a student of history,
yes.
And he is a big fan of Leonidas and the 300. So watch captain Zephyriel is very much looking for a "you shall not pass" moment.
Nice.
So we've got the bolters at the front there and the vets, hopefully do a bit of damage. But then we've got the backup has come in just to make sure you can't get through here.
Okay.
And we secure that objective.
They've been told to guard this path, to stop the orcs coming through it, and guard they shall. There's an impressive wall of black ceramite stood in front of me. Shall we go on to the psychic phase?
Yes, indeed.
So what's the name of your rune priest?
He is Olaf Orcsbane.
Orcsbane. Let's see if he is. What you're casting first?
Well, I'm just going to do a good old-fashioned smite on the bikes.
A smite on the bikes. And
Goes
that
up.
passes. D3 mortal wounds. And one of them dies. One bike was on 2 wounds. He's dead. He takes 2 wounds. Now he's casting Might of Heroes on the guy with a hammer because it affects a model, not a unit. But it's hammer time.
Yes, that flesh terror is going to tear some orc flesh.
He's a flesh terror.
Well, not
No,
with
he's
that.
not. He is 6. So we're going to start on the left gap. This squad that just disembarked from the Corvus Blackstar is firing Kraken rounds in at this truck here. You'd like to do Hellfire rounds, but which always wins on a 2, but not against vehicles. So it's going to be Kraken rounds coming in hot.
Yes,
We've got
indeed.
Storm Bolters and the Twin Bolter from the bike hitting on 3s. And it's strength 4, AP -1 or 2. You're going to be winning on 5s. And that's okay. Is that 4 wounds? 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
5 wounds. I need my 5 up invulnerable save from my custom force field. And I take 4 wounds. Truck's on 2 wounds left. Now the frag launcher, is it frag launcher? Frag cannon.
Frag cannon.
Is doing frag rounds into the truck. So this is auto hitting. It's like a big flamer. 2d6 auto hits for 5 auto hits. And it's strength 6 versus toughness 6.
Yep.
So you're wounding on 4s. And you only get 1 wound. I need a 5 up invulnerable save.
Could be enough.
And I make the save. It's still on 4 wounds left. What you're going to do with the second squad then, Mr. AP Burn?
Storm bolters going into the truck I've just been shooting at.
Right.
And a frag cannon into the other truck in the hope that
You're
Storm
splitting
bolters
fire?
do the job. Yeah, it always works.
Okay. All right. Storm Bolters into the 4 wound truck. 3s.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. But
Oop, there's 2.
this is the 5s. The 5s to wound.
No problem at all.
3?
Yeah.
That's not enough gun, my friend. 5 up and run. The truck's on 1 wound left.
Damn it.
Their bolt pistol came out of the truck as well. Didn't crack it open. Now we've got the 2d6 auto hit inflamer jobby on the other truck. And 7. That's okay. 7's
That's not
okay.
bad. I'm happy with that.
Strength 6 versus toughness 6.
4s.
It's like a for heavy flamer, but better because you get all the toys. Because you're
4.
Inquisition.
We're awesome.
5 up and run. The custom force field stops 3 of the blows. This truck is on 7 wounds left. While the gunfire erupts over the left gap, we're moving across to the right gap. Where are we starting, Mr. AP Burn?
Terminators with
Yep.
their storm bolters
Yep.
and the assault cannon as well are going to plough into the bikes.
And the cyclone missile launcher?
Yes, of course.
So
That would be
everything
churlish
into the
not to.
bikes.
Yeah.
Did you say the librarian's also joining in?
He does have a storm bolter, it's just not modelled. It's in
Okay.
his pocket, so
It's
it's
in
going to draw that and have a pop.
That's a big pocket.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what rounds are we using?
Given their bikes, we're going to be using the Kraken bolt again.
Not Hellfire?
No, don't they have the vehicle keyword?
No.
Okay, yeah, we're going to be working on 2s then.
Okay.
With our Dragonfire.
So hitting on 3s with the Storm Bolter rounds.
Rerolling 1s because of mission tactics. There's only 1 of them there.
I thought it was re-rolling wound rolls of 1. That's because of the watch captain, right? You're re-rolling the hit rolls of 1.
Yes,
And then you re-roll the wound rolls of 1 because of the mission tactics, because these are elites.
that's the plan.
Yeah. So 2s to
2s
wound.
rerolling 1s.
Re-roll the 1s.
There we go.
Ouch. So 13 wounds got through because Hellfire rounds, wound bikes on 2s. I need to make a chunk of 4 up saves. And 1 is on 2 wounds, so he's dead. There's another one dead. And 1 is down to 1 wound left. And it looks like this. Now we have the assault cannon, 6 shots. It's a heavy gun though, so forced to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the captain. And strength 6, toughness 5. 1 wound. AP -1.
That's correct.
I need a 5. And make the 5. Cyclone missile launcher coming in hot as well.
That's good.
The heavy shot or the...
Heavy. Let's try and kill another bike.
1's on 1 wound.
Okay, in which case, no, we're going to go for multiple shots.
Okay, so 2d6. And you get 7 shots. It's a heavy though, so you're going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling the 1.
Thank God.
And then wounding on 5s. And rerolling 1s.
That's better.
Target acquired. 3 6s there. I need to make 3 4s. I make 1. Then it looks like there's only 3 bikes remain. And now we have the Storm Bolters, the frag can and everything and the pistol into the bikes with Hellfire rounds. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1s. And wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s. 13. For some people, 13 is an unlucky number.
For you, though.
For me, it's an unlucky number as well. How many? One's on 1 wound, right? Or is he on 2?
One. Oh, he's on 2 wounds.
He's dead. Another one's dead. Another one's... That's the squad. Assault cannon fire, missile fire, stormbolter fire. Fill the corridor in front of Warboss Ugh. And he watches his war bikers just get evaporated in front of him, cartwheeling and crashing in multiple directions there. Now we're on to the Corvuses. The Corvi? The Corvu?
Corvu, I quite like that.
Corvus. This one's firing everything at the looters, right? That's
yes.
what you said. Okay, so we have 12 Hurricane Bolter shots in rapid fire range, hitting on 3s. Oh, mama. Did you just get 11 hits?
I did.
Okay, strength 4, toughness 4. Oh dear, oh dear.
That's less good.
6 wounds from the Hurricane Bolters. I have a 5-up save because I looted a truck. Wow, it helps me an awful lot. I only lose 2 looters. But there's still a lot more shots coming in. We've got 12 shots from the twin assault cannon. The 4s to hit because you're still flying. Your shooting has been good.
It's getting better.
Strength 6, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. This is AP -1.
Oh dear. You said it, didn't you?
Is that 5?
That's 5.
At -1. So 6s?
Yeah.
3 die. Now we have rockets coming in at the 3 remaining looters. What did you say then?
Well, in the first round, the targeting systems went up to scratch.
Right.
They only fired 1 of their 2 Corvid rocket
Right.
launchers.
So what we're saying is mistakes were made.
Yes. So it's 2 D6 shots.
Cracking those trucks shouldn't have been as hard.
Yes. Hey ho.
You did manage to get first strike there. Oh, doesn't help you very much.
Wouldn't have really mattered.
3 shots, hitting on 4s. And wounding on a... That's a hit, right?
Yeah.
That's a wound. What's the AP?
The AP is -1.
AP -1, 6 up. Nope. He's dead. That's Corvus number 1 fired. Now we have Corvus Alpha that needs to fire. On 7 wounds left, this one's nerfed. So you're putting the Hurricane Bolters into the looters.
Yeah.
And then the heavy weapons, which are hitting on 5s,
Yeah.
into the truck on 1 wound left.
Yeah.
So imagine as it flew through the sky, it's strafing that truck there. What are we starting with first?
Hurricane Bolters.
Hurricane Bolters into the 2 remaining looters. 4s. And 4s. Is that 3? Can I have 3 days?
Yes, you can have those.
5 up. The looters are dead.
Brilliant.
Assault cannon into the truck on 5s. And 4s. And you get 3. It's got 1 wound left. I need to make some 5-up and vulnerable saves. Custom force field. Doesn't hold. Loses its last wound. Does it go kablooey? No. And on 1s I lose a boy as they scramble out the wreckage. 1 hit floor. I lose 2 guys. And that's the end of the Deathwatch shooting phase and water shooting phase. The truck wiped out. The looters wiped out. And all the knob war bikers wiped out, leaving Ugh exposed. And now we have a charge coming on. It's a 9-inch charge.
Yeah.
And I just killed 1 on Overwatch with a twin boomstick. So you need to make this 9-inch charge to seal the deal. And it's an 8. You're just out. And then over here, we did the Overwatch from here because this squad is charging. And I think it's only 4 to them and 6 to them.
Yeah.
No models died in Overwatch. Just lots of loud banging noises. That's a 4. At least you'll make the truck.
Yeah.
And because you declared these as the subject of the charge, you could pile into them as well. The veteran squad end up here. The second squad are going to try and make the charge as well. This is a 7-inch charge. Good luck. And they just fail as well. Just 1 inch short. Sometimes the extra inch counts. Right, let's pile in and fight. After piling in here, we end up there. AP Burn making sure he's piling into the closest model, but able to tag the orcs. We did the attacks against the truck. It's got 5 wounds left. And 3 vets are attacking the orcs, including the heavy Thunderhammer. So the 2 normal vets have got 6 attacks because of shock assault, hitting on 3s. And they'll be wounding on 4s. And that is 3 wounds. 6s. 2 boys die. And then the Thunderhammer is unwieldy.
It is indeed. Doesn't
Hits
matter though.
all 3 times. And just crushes 1. Just crushes 1. 3 boys die. Then I get to fight. screaming their heads off. The boys piled in. The truck revved its engines and failed to dent any of the Deathwatch veterans. But the boys come swinging in with their choppers. Slugger choppers give them an extra attack, and we're orcs, so we hit on 3s. 7 hits, we wound on 4s, and we get 3 wounds through. Puny humans. 3 up saves?
I'm going to do them on the storm shields like a gamey person would.
Right, okay.
First one's fine. Second one's dead. Third one's fine.
So I kill one. Do I kill one?
You do.
Boss knob with my chopper. Boss knobs have 3 attacks. And it's not unwieldy, unlike your crazy big hammer. That one's really cocked. I hit 3 times. I wound on 3s. I only wound once. Safety minus 1.
3
Storm
up
shield
and
again.
run. Fine.
So I've only killed 1.
Yep.
And that is the end of turn 2 for the Deathwatch. I'm not going to spend any command points out this time. I did kill 1 in this squad and 1 in that squad to Overwatch. But I've lost 5 boys and my leadership is 7. So this could sting. That stings. And there's 2 boys left in that Slugger Chopper squad holding up the Deathwatch advance. More importantly, this truck counts as open top, so I can shoot out of it and charge and stuff like that. But if it falls back, any restrictions that normally apply to the vehicle apply to the unit inside. So if it falls back, I cannot shoot and I cannot charge you, which will leave me with some interesting decisions to make as we move on to Orcs. Turn 2. Here we are after Orcs turn 2, and I'm already on the back foot, but don't worry, the war boss, Davos, has a cunning plan. Ugh, said he's quite clever. The plan is divide and conquer. Don't go for these guys. Go for the other guys. I'm quick. I'm very quick. Both of the booster blasters have burner exhausts, which do auto hitting. So this thing's on 7 wounds left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine they're racing around it, flaming flames out of their exhaust pipes, which just happen to be with napalm in and stuff like that, and spurting stuff into this low-flying flyer into the air, trying to burn it out of the sky and shoot it out of the sky, because this has got many shots. 12 shots with the assault cannon, 12 shots with the hurricane bolters, 24 shots right there. They're absolutely glorious at clearing horde, particularly when your horde only has a 6-up t-shirt save. So I need to tear that out of the sky. Meanwhile, the rivet cannons can fire back, because they do 2 wounds, at your Terminators over there and weaken up that passageway. And I'm Evil Sons. I go faster. So the Death Killer Wartrike moves 16 plus 2, and once per game it can turbo boost the full 6 inches, and it adds 1 to... It was a 23-inch move. All the way around here, zipping between the 2 flyers, and it's here, and I think that's a 7 or 8 inch charge, which is re-rollable because I'm an orc, into that squad there, because divide and conquer, and you have frag cannons which do a blistering amount of damage on Overwatch. So charging something that can't Overwatch me sounds like the orky thing to do. It's yeah, he just watched his boys get turned to mulch and green paste in front of him. He's like, oh, not that way, come around this way. Truck fell back, which means the guys inside can't shoot or charge, but the big mech certainly can. He can go around the edge as well. So let's go on to the shooting phase. Pistols first. Pistols. Maybe I can kill you with a pistol. No, I can't even hit you. The squad inside plus the truck are going to fire everything at the back squad. Now the truck is a big shooter. There's a big shooter here, so I'm going to do all the big shooters together. And it's 5s to hit because I'm an orc. And 2 extra shots with Daka Daka Daka. Look at that! 6 hits. And these are strength 5. And I do 4 wounds, but it's AP dash onto this second squad. And 2 puny humans get taken out. 3 left are about to get lit up by 22 shooters. 5s to hit, 6s explode. 11 hits with Daka Daka Daka. That's not statistical, is it? 4s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wounds. 5 more 3-up saves on those veterans there.
Okay, there's only 1 storm shield, so I'm going to be...
Well, it's all AP. It's AP dash. It's all a 3-up save.
Brilliant.
It's all a 3-up save. There's 1 left alive. 1 left. You left the frag cannon, Mr. AP Byrne. Why the frag cannon?
Because it hits like a train.
Because it's a frag cannon. Okay. Warboss Ugh is going to fire up at this Death Killer Wartrike. It needs a 6 with his Snagger Claw. No. And now his Burner Jet is going to do Burner mode. This is like a Cutter mode, sorry. It's Assault 2. It needs 6s to hit. And I get a hit and Daka Daka Daka. Just one hit. Now, the reason why this is the flame thing, so it's instead of a big waft of flame, he's now angled the nozzle up at a flyer. It's strength 8, which wounds, and it's AP -4.
Okay.
It's basically a melter.
Yeah.
2d6 damage, pick the highest. This has got 10 wounds left, and now it's got 4 wounds left. Twin boomsticks, 5s to hit because you're in half range. And a daka. I get 2 hits. This is strength 5. I get 1 wound, AP dash.
Nailed it.
Right, from Waaagh to the first custom booster blaster. It has 4 burner exhausts which auto hit D3 times as we rev around this zooming flyer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Hits on the fly, and the rivet gun is going up at the terminators as discussed earlier. These auto hit, and I'm wounding on 5s. And it does 3 wounds. So 3 AP dash saves. 6 wounds left on the flyer. Rivet cannon, 5s to hit, and only 1 hit with a dagger. Okay, only 1 hit at strength 7. It doesn't wound the terminators. The flamers, the burner exhaust from the second booster blaster only did 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves. And tickled it again. It's down to 5 wounds left, and rivet cannon downtown at the terminators, 5s to hit. I get 2 hits and a dagger. I get 2 hits, strength 7. I get 2 wounds, AP -2. Is the storm shield in there?
Nope, not in the Terminator squad.
AP -2, 2 damage each. You need 4s, sir. 4s to keep it alive. A Terminator dies, screaming. That's the sound puny humans make when they die, right? No. Right, need to kill a flyer. Absolutely must. This one's on 6, that one's on 4. This one's supposed to be dead. It's supposed to be the other way around. So the shock jump dragster is going to shoot its shots into that flyer there. Here's the rocket, which misses. And then the shock jump rifle, 1 hit because it hits on a 3. Strength 8. It wounds at AP -3 D6 damage, sir, on the 4 wound flyer. 6 up.
No.
And you reroll 1s with the Inferno launcher.
Of course I did. Thank you for reminding me. No.
D6 damage, 4 to get through. And the Corvus is on 1 wound left. Damn it. What was that, Mr. AP Ben?
He's earned his name.
Is he?
Maverick.
Is Maverick. What's the other one called?
Goose.
Talk to me, Goose, talk to me. This is Ghost Rider requesting flyby.
Next to Ghost Rider, the pan is full.
I found another gun, custom shooter, on the mech. This is on 1 wound, right?
Correct.
4 shots. Hitting on 6s. Dagger. I miss. Just firing into the air blindly. Maverick dodges. And that's the end of my shooting phase. I missed Maverick. He was inverted. I've killed a Terminator and hurt the Corvus Black Stars. And now Waaagh is going to make a charge. It's an 8-inch charge into this engaged unit of veterans. And I'm spending 2 command points on ramming speed. This is a vehicle. So you can roll 3d6 when you charge. And we're in. Leaving me with 4 command points left. And when you make the charge with ramming speed on a 2-up,
Command point? Oh, wait.
that would have been D3 mortal wounds.
I know it would have.
And you've got storm shields and things.
I have storm shields and things. And a heavy thunder hammer.
I'm just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way with my snagger claw. Right. Waaagh has got 5 attacks, +1 for might is right. And he hits on 2s because he is a war boss. And he hits 5 times. His snagger claw is strength 7, but with his warlord trait, strength 8. So he's wounding on 2s. And the snagger claw rerolls all failed wounds. And I do that many wounds at AP -2, D3 damage each. How many storm shields have you got in there?
I have 2 storm shields.
2 left. You've got 5 saves to make. So the 3-up and bun. 3-up and bun. Damn it. Stop it. One's dead. 2 more to do. And he only kills 1. 1 minute. I forgot to charge. Can I charge the mech in? He was supposed to go in as well.
I guess so. I'll let you off with that.
And the mech gets in as well. I can re-roll the 1 anyway. I got so excited about the ramming speed. The 1, rolling the 1 put me off. He was going to... I mean, he's there, right? That's the whole point of him being there, is to charge in. Are you sure you're happy with that?
I'm happy with that. It's what he would have done in its narrative.
He's an orc. There's bad guys there. Okay, he hits on 4s because he has a big power clawy thing. And it's unwieldy. He misses anyway. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're on to the boys. Those were the charging units. We're on to the boys.
I'm going to interrupt.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why would you do this thing? Why would you do this?
Because I'm going to smash the heavy thunderhammer into your war boss and try.
All right, all attacks come into Uggs. There's 2 normal guys there, so 4 attacks. You were charged. You get extra attacks. You were charged this turn.
That's quite right.
Shock assault. And everything hits. You need 5s to wound, though. I am a tough son of a... Did you get 3 through?
I got 3 through.
Okay, I have a 4-up saves and 5-up super cyborg body. He's stitched metal to his bones. He's basically like Wolverine, but green. He's okay. He's okay. Then there's the guy with a power sword. 3 attacks. He hits on 3s. Oh,
Getting excited.
And
2
wounds
hits.
on 5s.
2 wounds.
2 more wounds. I'll only get my super cyborg body save for this. No, he takes 2 wounds. He's got 6 left. And now it's hammer time.
Hell yes, it is.
Hitting on 4s. Please whiff. You hit all 3 times.
Yeah.
What's the strength of this?
Strength lots.
Okay.
Strength 9 because.
Well, I'm toughness 5 or 6, so you're still winning on 3s. Ow. Right, it's -3. I don't get a save, and a heavy thunderhammer does D6 damage.
Yeah.
D6.
Yeah.
Okay, roll 2d6 then. 8 wounds. 6 left. 5 up, feel no pains essentially. Metal for bones. And he is dead. That is Slay the Warlord. Right, I'll not lie to you, Mr. AP Byrne. That is not what was supposed to happen. What was supposed to happen was when he came flying in there... Are you paying attention now?
I am indeed. I'm just planning ahead.
He was supposed to do mortal wounds on the way in. And then kill a couple. And then with his snagger grapple, when they fall back out of combat, he does mortal wounds on the way back out. Because you've got storm shields.
Yeah.
So they've mortally wounded you on the way in, mortally wounded you on the way in. That was not in the script. So not only do you have first strike, you have to slay the warlord. I'm going to have to dig my way through these puny humans the old-fashioned way. There's still 2 orc boys left. Let's do the slugger chopper guy. He hits once and he'll wound on a 4. I'll wound you. Put your storm shield into that.
No problem.
No problem. Okay, and now my big chopper. I hit you twice. I wound you once.
Fine.
1 minute. Then we just remembered a stratagem with Mr. AP Bird is being generous enough to allow me to play. I'm getting so excited because things aren't working. Orcs is never beaten. When an orc character is slain, he can fight again. 2 command points puts me down to 2 command points left. I'm hitting on 2s. I hit 5 times. I'm wounding on 2s. And I wound 5 times, right? Take this. This was 12 attacks into those veterans. They're supposed to be dead. 3-up invulnerable save. He's finally dead. Right, okay. All the rest are AP -2.
Cool.
So you can roll them all together.
Was it 4 more, was it?
Yes. So 2 get through.
Yeah.
And they do D3 a time because the bike's got a couple of wounds.
Yeah.
So D3 on the bike and D3. Basically, I killed them, and there's 1 guy left with the hammer. Yeah. And then those guys would have, and he would have. No, that's it. That's what happened there. That's it. Okay, we're back to normal. Back in the room. Okay, you killed my war boss. There is morale to do. I lost a couple in this squad this turn. Did I? No, not this turn. That was last turn. You lost 4 in that squad.
Yeah.
And they're gone. What?
This is probably quite churlish, but I'm going to spend some CP to smack you with the hammer again and kill that squad of...
What, he's going to fight again?
Yeah, I think he might run away.
With the hammer?
Man.
Okay, how many command points is it for him to fight again? The stratagem is honour your brothers. He's going to take a swing at these 2 fellas here. He hits on 4s. And he hits twice. He'll wound on 2s. I won't get a save. He wounds once. Smush. And that's the end of my turn too. We have leadership to take. You lost 4 in this squad and 4 in that squad. Leadership 8 or 9? We'll figure it out. And they shall know no fear. He'll be okay. And the squad back here, they'll be okay too. So the Deathwatch stand firm despite seeing their brethren get slaughtered around them. But there are only 2 defending this gap here. And I know I've got 2 on the ground, but there is a squad of 10 inside there, and there is a squad of 12 inside there. Your flyers have been nerfed quite considerably, but you have got First Strike and Slay the Warlord, and ultimately, if you hold on to one pass, the Deathwatch would have dominated the Iron Ridge and would have won the first battle in 27 minutes. So let's find out what they do. Here we are in Deathwatch turn 3. What's going on here, Mr. AP Burn?
Well, we've got Orcsbane advancing down this flank through the gap in the ridgeway.
Yes.
And he has advanced, as has Watch Captain Zafariel.
Oh, that guy there?
Yeah, because they're not going to do anything with the shooting, so they may as well get as far forward to give as many bonuses as they can to the others.
Okay.
He's just within smite range of your whatever that is.
It's an awesome bit of kit. It's a tanking killer, shock jump dragster, monster dagger bandwagon.
Yeah, that.
Right.
These guys have just moved through normally, so they can still shoot as normal.
Vanguard vets have finally come down from the clouds.
Yeah. There wasn't enough room to drop them in over there because of your cunning deployment.
It was more luck than judgment, trust me. So what's this, a 9-inch to the shock jump dragster or a 9-inch to the truck?
That's the one. So I've got a couple of options. If I don't kill that, I can charge it, and if that needs dealing with, because I don't destroy it with what's on the right flank.
So what, loads of dagger into this, and if it doesn't die, then you can charge it?
Potentially.
Or you can charge that?
Yeah.
Is this the one on 1 wound over here?
Yes, this is on 1 wound. That's on 6 wounds, I think.
That's the one on 6 wounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant. So
Brilliant.
this is very nerfed, and that's only slightly nerfed.
Okay. And this guy is now in range with his flamey goodness of death.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, Hammer Time, who slew my warlord, killed my warlord last turn, is still locked up with these heroes of orc kind. Right, let's go on to the psychic phase. That's nice. As you just pointed out, there's a space wolf and a dark angel fighting together side by side. The Inquisition told them to be friends, so they are pretending at least.
Yeah, so we've got my warlord who's a dark angel and Orcsbane as well. So it's a nice theme.
Nice.
Watch Company Primus they're delivering.
When Braxton says you two get along, he is a Lord Inquisitor. They're getting along for now. Let's smite again like we did last summer into the shock jump dragster.
No problem.
Mind bullets coming out, and that hits D3 mortal wounds. For 1, it's down to 6 left. And what's his other psychic pay? Might of Heroes?
Yeah, he's got Might of Heroes and Null Zones. So Might of Heroes has to go on
one of those guys.
Yeah, one of the guys.
Nope. Okay,
so.
You need a 6. And one of them is powered up. That'd be extra strength and attack. Opening up the shooting phase, this Corvus fired everything at that one. 1 hit with the Hurricane Bolter, and I failed to save. 1 hit with the Assault Cannon, I need a 5 up, and I failed that save. It's on 4 wounds left, and now we have 2 D6 shots coming in with the rockets. 4...
5?
5 shots?
5
and
shots.
These are hitting on 5s.
I'll do it over here.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was much better than it was for a second.
And you're wounding on 4s because it's strength 6, right?
Yeah.
AP -1?
Yep.
I failed to save. How much damage is that?
It's just 1 damage on it.
1 damage. It's down to 3 left. You have failed to take out the shock jump dragster yet. So the shock jump dragster's on 3 wounds left. Now the first squad of company veterans are firing in at it. And with the Tome of the Ectoclades, your warlord is now re-rolling 1s to wound versus fast attack units. It affects everyone within 6 inches.
That's correct.
So we have 3 Stormbolters, so that's 6 shots, because when you're firing special issue ammunition, you're firing Kraken rounds, you don't get bolter discipline.
Correct.
But if you just fired normal shots, you would. So 6 shots there, plus 4 shots with the biker.
Yeah.
Is hitting on 3s.
Here we go.
And rerolling 1s, and there's a chunk of 2s. Are you winning on 5s at AP -1? And you're rerolling 1s to wound. Any 1s?
Yeah, just 1, which doesn't...
How many wounds do you get? Just 1 wound?
Just 1.
1 wound, 5 up. It's got 2 wounds left, and now we have the frag cannon.
Excellent.
The frag cannon's firing shells, hitting on 3s, and it's strength 7. And that's a wound at -2 damage.
Yeah.
So I need a 6. I don't get a 6, it's on It was on 2 wounds. It's dead.
Yeah.
It's dead. Does
It's
it blow?
very dead.
It doesn't blow. He killed Shotgun Dragster. So the first squad of veterans did their job. The Librarian advanced, the Watchmaster advanced, the Terminators trudged forward, but their Stormbolt was out of range. However, the Cyclone Missile Launcher is not a 36-inch range, but it's heavy, so 2 shots hitting on 4s. Gets to reroll that 1 though. And you're wounding on 3s. And that's a wound at AP -3. I don't get a save. It's D6 damage.
Here we go.
Boom.
5.
That's a critical hit. The booster blaster's on 3 wounds left. From this chunk of firepower, we came to the nerfed Corvus Blackstar on 1 wound left, putting everything into this truck. Only took a wound off of it. It's got 4 left. So this veteran is aiming its frag cannon straight at the truck. 2d6 auto hits. And he bathes it in
7.
flames. Forced to wound. Not so much flames. And I failed the save. It's on 3 wounds left. That's it for the shooting phase. Shock Drunk registered down. Booster Blaster nerfed. And that's pretty much it. We've got a 9-inch charge for the Vanguard vets. I did the Overwatch. Haven't killed anyone. So good luck on this 9-inch charge. And again, just missing it by that inch. Missed Drapey Burn.
I'm always an inch short.
Now, are you going to charge in with the frag cannon dude?
No. He's better holding that objective and flaming anyone that comes to him.
Oh, right. Okay. Better to flame someone who charges in. So that's it for charge phase. We're on to the fight phase. This guy's got 2 attacks now. The guy that slew my warlord. 1 each or both on 1 guy? What are you doing with him? What are you doing with his attacks?
Let's just finish that boy off, I think.
This boy?
Yeah.
2 attacks hitting on 4s. Because you won't charge this turn. He hits once. He will kill him on a 2. Oh, he pounds him into the... Well, actually, it does D6 damage.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 wounds.
Yeah.
If you roll a 1, you don't kill him.
Is that enough for you?
That's a 6. Oh, yeah. He gets crunched into oblivion. Now my big mech will try and smack you with his claw. This time he hits you. He is strength 10. He wounds you. It's AP -3, sir.
6 up. No.
Crunch. He smacks him with a claw and he smacks you with his claw. Hammer versus claw. And that is the end of turn 3 for the Deathwatch. Alright. It's turn 3. So I've still got a couple of turns to get onto these objectives and throw some firepower down there. I can still do this. And I've still got mini boys and trucks. So the plan is shoot everything into that guy with a frag cannon, kill him. At the end of the movement phase, I'm going to heal D3 wounds on that truck from my mech. So at 3 wounds back on the truck, it's back to 6. And then I'm spending my last 2 command points on more Daka and putting it on the shooter boys and firing everything at these guys. Because there's 4 heavy thunder hammers there. They're going to be a problem unless I annihilate. You'll notice that I've put the truck here as well. Those Terminators will take a turn or 2 to breach the side of the Death Star. Meanwhile, 5s to hit these guys and 5s explode. 8 hits generating more hits, which is 12 hits in total. Now the tricky part, 4s to wound. 6 wounds, 6 3-up saves. I only kill 1, just 1. All right, let's do the big shooter. Ooh, they all generate more hits. This is a strength 5 gun. That's not bad. I get 5 hits out of 3 shots. He kept his finger on the trigger. 3s to wound, and I get 4 wounds. And these are still AP dash.
Here we go again.
And he kills 1 more. There was supposed to be more dead. Big shooter on the truck. He hits once, Daka. He hits twice. He will wound on 3s. He doesn't wound. Right, I'll get back to them. I need to kill this frag cannon as well. Frag cannon to the left of me. Heavy thunder hammers to the right of me. It's not a comfortable place to be in. Custom shooter into him. He misses. Okay, so I've got 10 guys inside with sluggers firing out. And I managed to do 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves.
Yep.
No. Okay, big shooter on the truck. Misses. The frag cannon.
Amazing.
I'm going to have to charge him, aren't I? I'm going to have to charge him.
That's what we want.
Okay. I wanted to fire up at the Terminators, but instead, the rivet cannons are just going to have to fire into those heavy Thunderhammer guys. The first one hitting on 5s with Daka 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 generates another hit. So hit 3 times. It is strength 7. Nothing.
Amazing.
Nothing. The other one. Daka 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 Daka. Oh, I get 2 Daka. Look at that. 5 hits. 6 hits in total. It's strength 7. I can't whiff twice in a row, can I? No, I can't. That's 5 wounds at AP -2 on the veterans, sir.
Okay.
So 5 up saves. And 1 is left standing. And that's the end of my shooting phase. I thought more would be dead. I was sure that they would be dead and he would be dead, but they're still there. So I'm going to have to charge now. So the truck on 6 wounds left, which my mech just happily put bits back together on, is going to eat the Overwatch and charge that frag-wielding lunatic. But you get 2d6 auto-hitting.
I do indeed.
Oh no. Oh, 6. I might survive. Because it's only wounds on 4s. I say only on 4s. And you get 3 wounds. 4 wounds through. 5 up saves. Wow.
What?
I make all the saves. And the truck charges. Now the truck isn't going to do it. What is going to do it is the big mech with his claw. And I can re-roll any one of the dice. And he will be in. And we end up there. Let's punch you with a claw. I hit you twice. Smushing puny humans on 2s. Smush you twice. 2 6s to keep him alive. Crush. Maim. Burn. Kill. Then my big mech consolidated towards the closest enemy model. It's got the fly keyword, it can still fall back and shoot. This one then charged, so I'm going to move them a bit further around, away from the Terminators and the nastinesses over here. And that's the end of my turn 3. And here's a morale test to take, sir. Please roll a 6, I'd appreciate it, because he should be dead. I can't even see it.
It's a 3.
And he stands firm. He stands firm. Let's go on to Deathwatch turn 4. Right, here we are after the Deathwatch's movement phase. Both of the Black Stars have slammed on the air brakes and switched into VTOL mode and are going to rain fire down into the last of the Orcs. This unit moving forward so they can get shots in at the truck, and the Terminators moving forward so they can get shots at the custom booster blaster. Meanwhile, the heroic last Vanguard vet jumping forward, ready to smash it if it withstands the firepower that's about to erupt into it. Of course, this Black Star pivoting around a little bit so he can get shots in at the mech.
Yeah.
My last HQ, my last character who has command of this battle grid for the Orcs at the moment. So, are we smiting?
We're going to smite.
Let's smite again like we did last summer. And that passes. It will do D3 mortal wounds for 1. It's on 2 left. And then Might of Heroes on the guy with the hammer.
Of course.
And that fails. Now let's shoot some guns. Opening up the shooting phase, this Corvus spooled up its hurricane bolters, put 2 wounds in on the mech, and he saves them both. Now we have the assault cannon, which is hitting on 6s because it's heavy and it's still moved. And only 1 wound got through, which didn't wound. And then 2d6 with the missiles for 8 shots, which will hit on 6s as well. And they all miss. So my big mech walks through fire. That's it for over here for now. Now we're across to Orcsbane, firing his Stormbolter into the Boomdaka Snaz wagon. And he hits once, and he'll wound on a 5. Assuming this is cracking rounds, he fails to penetrate its steel hide.
It's worth a go.
Right, we're on to the Vanguard vet. He's chucking a grenade.
Yeah, a melter bomb.
He's got a what?
Melter bomb.
You squeeze me?
Yeah, 10 points. It's awesome.
Okay. Hits on a 3. He hits strength 8. It doesn't wound. The melter bomb, it was a dud. Right, back over here. The Terminators are only firing. Are you putting all shots into the injured one?
Yeah.
You are, just in case.
Kill, just in case.
Okay.
My shooting has not been that brilliant.
And you've got reroll wound rolls of 1 versus Vast still from your Warlord.
Yeah.
So the 2 Cyclone Missile Launcher then. 4s to hit, 1 hit, 3s to wound. Rerolling the 1. Mission tactics coming into effect. It's AP -2. I failed to save. It does D6 damage and it has 2 wounds left. It's got 1 wound left. The rocket just bounced off the surface, didn't go in. So you're going to have to do it with Kraken rounds, but there's 6 shots coming in hot here. So, 4s to hit. 3s to hit. What am I talking about? 3s to hit and 5s to wound, re-rolling 1s. And re-roll the 2 1s. Okay, 2 wounds at AP -1. And the Boom Dagger Snazwagon finally goes down and does not blow up. And when I said Boom Dagger Snazwagon, I meant Custom Booster Blaster. Now, the last squad of vets are going to fire everything into this truck.
That's correct.
Trying to crack it open so that this guy can jump on the gooey goodness inside. And after they unloaded solid rounds, it's on 4 wounds left. It's still on 4 wounds left. So the last thing left to fire, the Corvus over here on 6 wounds, is going to unload everything into it. 4s to hit with the Hurricane Bolters. 5s to wound. And that's 3 wounds. 4 wounds. 4 up saves. It's on 3 wounds left. Number of shots with the rockets is 10. But this is 5s to hit. Oh, mama, that's a good round of shooting there.
God.
And it's strength 7, right?
Yeah.
So you are winning on 3s. That's good. Sorry, they were strength 6, so it was 4s to wound. That was 4 wounds at -1. 4, 5 up saves. And the truck is finally gone. Does it go kablooey? Because there's a guy right in front of me, and it would be really unfortunate if a piece of shrapnel blew off and killed him. It doesn't go kablooey. And there are 12 guys inside, which will succumb to their wounds on 1s. I don't lose any. And the boys clamber out, their guns blazing, because that's it for the shooting phase, and you're going for this charge on your own. There's a lot of firepower coming at you, but fortunately you're wholly within terrain, so you have got a 2-up save, but there's a lot of DACA hidden on 6s, and 6s explode. 5 hits so far, so 5 hits. 5 hits, this is before the big shooter. I need 4s to wound. 5 wounds, but you have a 2-up save because you're wholly within a terrain. 2s. He gets taken out. And interestingly, that is the end of Deathwatch turn 4. This Corvus on 6 wounds, that Corvus on 1 wound. They're both in VTOL mode right now. And my boys are out on the battle grid. I'm controlling an objective. I'm all over it, but you're all over this one here. And you've got First Strike. And you've got Slay the Warlord. So I need to control 2 objectives to win this game. So it might be time to spring into action, boys. In Orcs, turn 4. Right, we're all in. The Custom Booster Blaster coming up. So his Flamers are in range. The shooters... See, there's a lot of shots coming into them, but you have Storm Shoot. You've got 3-up save no matter what. I need to make the charge as well. I need to kill as many as I can. And the truck advanced. I've got the Fat 6 all the way around there, and because of Evil Sons, I can DACA without the penalty. I need to throw as much firepower down as I can, and then the plan is to try and have enough people left so I can zip back onto that objective there. That's the plan anyway. In the meantime, the mech is going to try and punch that flyer out of the sky. Not after he shoots some guns in its general direction though, which hit on 5s, 1 hit and wound on a 5. It doesn't score a critical hit. That's fine, because he'd rather prise it apart with his power claw and rip bits off because it looks shiny. Okay, let's shoot all the shooter boys into them. Let's do the big shooter. And I hit on 5s, and that's DACA. So that's 2 hits at strength 5. 2 wounds on them. It's all 3-up saves, sir. So Storm Shields or not, I don't mind. So 2 die!
And it's both the Storm Shields.
Then there's 11 shooter boys there. That's 22 shots. DACA, 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 DACA. Oh, what wonderful loud noise it makes. 1 hit the floor. I got 5 6s. That's more. DACA, 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 DACA. Converted 2 of them as well. Okay, strength 4 versus toughness 4. DACA, DACA, DACA. Oh. Two wounds. 2 more 3-up saves.
Oh.
And another 3-up save. Right, do you take the Storm Shield? Why are you taking the Storm Shield away?
You have to if you're taking the hits on it.
But you could have taken a frag cannon or the hammer away. You could have taken one of them instead.
I'm keeping them for later.
You're keeping them for later?
Yeah.
Okay. Burner exhausts. Flames come out. Mad Max styley. 4d3 auto hits. Winning on 4s. Flame on. We have 4 wounds. 4 wounds on these dudes. AP dash. 3 up saves. Your saving has been atrocious. You lost 3 more wounds. How to divide it? Taking the bike and the hammer away, leaving the frag cannon to survive the wrath of the rivet gun, which misses everything, which is the correct life choice because when I charge in, I've got flamers to deal with. But before we charge, I forgot the slugger chopper boys round the back. So let's do the slugger chopper boys round the back. And let's shoot the big shooter from the truck at him, because I really don't want to charge flame it dude of it. Because if Evil Sons, I can move and advance heavy without penalties. So I'm still hitting on 5s. That misses, the truck misses. And then all the sluggers are probably going into the Terminators. Yeah, just out of range of the frag cannon. Put 4 wounds on the Terminators, 4 2-up saves. And their Terminator armor stands firm. Right, that's it. Now we're charging. This is going into Flamer Dude. Big Mech going into Flyer of Doom. 2d6 auto hits from the frag cannon into the truck. And that's 7. Winning on 4s. And that's 4 wounds at AP -1. So 4 5-up saves. I make none of them. Then the charge. I'm going in. I'm only declaring him because I don't want to face the overwatch of your Wolf Priest Deathwatch dude. Does he want to heroically intervene at the end of the charge phase?
Yes, he will.
So we might as well do that now. And now let's see if my big mech can survive the overwatch shots from the Black Star. Here we are after the charge phase. My big mech made it into the Corvus Black Star. He did some wounds, but his cyborg body held firm. So you've got 2 command points you can pay to interrupt. So I must start here. Anyway, after booster blasters finish a charge move, they have a spiked ram. Spiky bits on the front. On a 4-up, you can select an enemy unit within 1 inch and do D3 mortal wounds. There's no point doing D3 to him. I could select him because he is within 1 inch. But I want to kill that guy. It does D3. I'm not going to kill him anyway. But I need a 4 to kill that dude. I kill that dude. That's the end of the charge. There's no point in paying to interrupt now because I didn't select him as target of charge. So I can't attack him. So he revved and the guy and run him over a few times. He's gone forward and back. Forward and back. Like that.
Roadkill.
Roadkill. Across to my big mech, trying to tear bits off that Corvus Black Star to take home with him back to the farm. 4s to hit. He misses with everything. Then the flyer bumped into my big mech. We've done no damage to each other over here. Now we're back to the librarian, Orc's Bane. Let's see if he can live up to his reputation, huh?
Indeed.
So 3 attacks plus 1 for shock assaults, 4 attacks. With his force axe, he's hitting on 3s. Oh, he knows how to hit an orc.
He's angry.
But he's strength 5, so you're wounding on 5s.
Yep.
And you would have
2
re-rolled 1s because of the fast thing, which is still in effect.
Is that fast attack there?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So 2 wounds got through. At AP -2.
Yep.
D3 damage a time.
That's the one.
I need 6s. It's got 4 wounds left. Nope, 2d3 damage, 4 wounds left. And Orc's Bane does live up to his reputation, and the truck does not explode. And that is the end of Orcs. Turn 4. The battle for grid 12-0 Amber has turned into a bloodbath and we're heading into the end game now. The Corvus Black Star over here has decided to stay still because it's going to act as a gun platform. As soon as it moves, its heavy guns will be hitting on 4. So if it stays still and just hoses into these boys, it'll be hitting on 3s with its assault cannon. And you currently have first strike and you're controlling 1 objective here. And you have Slay the Warlord. Now, I need to jump on both of these objectives in turn 5, and then I will win. So it depends how much hosing happens here. This thing had to fall back out of combat, otherwise it wasn't shooting, so its heavy guns will be hitting on 6s. Needs to get some lucky shots into my big mech there. And the Terminators are blocking this pass one more time against all these slugger chopper boys inside that truck. Now let's go into the psychic phase. Okay, smiting away on a 5. And that passes D3 wounds on the truck. The truck's on 3 wounds left. Might of Heroes on the chain fist, that fails. And now you're shooting some guns. I noticed you kept the cyclone missile launcher still this turn, sir.
Indeed.
So everything from them into the truck?
Everything into the truck.
Nice. Cyclone missile launcher hitting on 3s. And his Tome of Ecloclade, you've picked dedicated transports, which is interesting. So you're wounding on 3s and re-rolling 1s. No 1s. It's -2. I need a 6. I don't get a 6. That does D6 damage for 3. It's got 3
dead.
wounds left. And on a 6, ramshackle, you just blow off a bit I don't need. No. The truck dies. Does it go kaboom? No. And there are 10 guys inside. And 1 boy dies as they scramble out of the wreckage. And not just because I'm being gamey, but slightly because I'm being gamey. I scrambled out as far back as I could, making it a 10-inch charge from those Terminators. Let's just say that all the firepower that came into the front of that truck was enough to make them think that piling out the back of the truck was probably a good idea. And all the Terminators fired in. You still have your Librarian, you still have your Captain. I don't know if your Captain has a gun.
He does not.
Okay, so is your Librarian firing that way?
Yeah,
or firing this way?
He's going to fire this way.
You might as well bolt with discipline it, mate, unless you want to wound on 2s. Because then you get 4 shots instead of 2.
Yeah.
And I do only have a 6-up save.
It's only Orc, so let's go with that.
3s to hit, everything hits. 4s to wound. Only 1 wound. And I failed to save and another one dies. Now we're on to the Black Star. Firing everything at the shooter boys. Hurricane Volt is first, not in rapid fire range, hitting on 4s. Ooh, mama, 6 hits and 4s to wound. Okay, you get 3 through, and you'll notice I'm fully in terrain. So 5-up saves, doesn't help me very much, 2 die. And then because you didn't move, your assault cannon is still hitting on 4s, because you're a bit nerfed.
Just a bit.
So this could sting, 4s to hit. This is going to sting. And this is strength, there's a 3 there, there was a 3 there, I'm counting them. This is strength 6 versus toughness 4, 3s to wound. AP -1, so I need t-shirt saves. 6s. 4 more die. Oh no, there's a 6. There's a 6. What is that dice doing?
I don't know, it's
that should be a DZ dice. 5 dead so far. Now 2d6 shots with the missiles for 5. Hitting on 4s. And wounding. Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh. Oh dear. Right, so the Corvus, hitting on 6s with its assault cannons and missiles, is firing those heavy weapons into the mech. And the Hurricane Bolt is into these guys.
Yeah.
So 6 shots hitting on 5s. See, that's 4 hits. And you're wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 5-up save. You kill another. 6 died. And the Black Star put 3 wounds on my mech. I failed all the saves, but he's still alive. He's hanging in there. Now that's the end of the shooting phase for the Deathwatch. We're on to the charge phase. Are you going to try and make this 10-inch charge into the boys round here?
No.
No?
They're slow lumbering Terminators.
Right.
They're not going to make a massive charge.
They might.
They're going to stand, do what they're meant to do. They're going to hold the objective, let you come to us, plough you with full of Overwatch rounds, and win.
Okay, all right. So hold the objective and let me eat your Overwatch, basically, on the way in.
Yeah.
That's interesting stuff. So, okay, we have a morale to take over here. 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leadership 7. They hold. They hold. Let's go into Orcs turn 5. All right, here we are, partway into my movement phase. You got first strike, Warlord, and an objective. I've advanced these boys back onto that objective, so I've only got 1 objective. So currently it's 5 points to 3, and my mech is going to try and tear bits off the Corvus Black Star. He likes it, it's shiny, he wants to add stuff to his armour. Now, if it goes to turn 6, I'm in no doubt I've lost. This Corvus over here can fly over and fire him to death, and these Terminators will just fire Hellfire rounds into my boys, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and I have a 6-up t-shirt save. You will annihilate them, and I won't be able to get on 2 objectives. You'll definitely win the game in turn 6. So we're evil sons. We don't have to charge. We can charge forward, shooting guns in the general direction, just advance, ready to hit you next turn, unless it ends. So let's advance. And this troops unit ends up within 3 inches of the centre of that objective. And we fired lots of guns in their general direction. It made lots of noise and didn't hurt anyone. And the big mech, he tore the Corvus out of the sky, and he's got lots of shiny things to add to his armour. And I'm on 2 objectives, and that's the end of turn 5. And I'm winning by 1 point. And the player who went first rolls a dice, and on a 1-2, this game ends, and that will be the end of 27 minutes. The battle for the Iron Ridge. So, good luck, sir. Basically, if you roll a 1-2, I've won. If you roll a 3, 4, 5, 6, you've won. So you've got 2/3 chance of winning here. How bad, how bad can it be? How bad can it be?
I want to close my eyes. In fact, I'm going to.
And this is the way the world ends. Because in turn 6, the Terminators step forward and annihilate that charging Orc unit, and the Black Star zips through the sky and sows murder into this other unit, this other mob of boys, and there is no way back at this point for the Orc Horde. In fact, I only have 3 models left, so there's no way back. So on Battle Grid 12-0 Amber, it will be a victory for the Imperium. So yes, an Imperial victory on this battle grid, but the war is not yet over. Hannah's Farm hangs in the thread, and there are multiple fights happening across multiple battle grids during the same 27 minutes. 27 minutes elapsed here, but let's rewind the clock and visit some of those other battle grids. Let's continue with our campaign to find out whether the Imperium can drive the Xenos off the gateway world of Hannah's Farm, or whether the Xenos, whether the Orcs, whether Howling Mad Murphy and his Waaagh take this planet and put billions of lives in this system at risk. So thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yes.
We have plans. We have big plans to play these 27 minutes down to see what happens to this world. And if you'd like to join us to find out the story, to find out what happens on Hannah's Farm, then the rest of this campaign will be continued in the Deployment Zone at www.deploymentzone.tv. If you're already watching this there, then you guys are legend. We hope you enjoyed this battle report. Happy wargaming.